Hi there, welcome to a read-through of the first 5 pages of the first edition of my new handmade book, Things We Should Think Are Cool. Hello! Currently, there are a lot of miserable sausages in the world. A lot of downtrodden folk who seem to have forgotten just how cool the world can be. So I'm going to try and rectify that, at least partially. In this little book are 10 things, 10 wonderful things, everyday commodities that I think we should appreciate a little bit more. Because there's a whole bunch of stuff out there that's actually quite impressive. So, here's a small compendium of 10 things that I think are cool. One, trees are very tall. Next time you venture outside and you find yourself in the company of a tree, do me a favour and look up at it and let yourself realise just how absolutely ginormous they are. They're massive! Frankly, how they get that tall, I don't know. As far as I'm aware, it could just be a case of sheer determination and pure will. I wonder if they ever look down at us and question why we're so small. Or perhaps, maybe even sometimes, they think that we're cool. That'd be nice. 2. Cars were on the moon. The imagery that comes to mind when I think about bringing a specialised car to the moon is so comically ridiculous that it seems like something from a rubbish sci-fi sitcom. Going for a nice Sunday drive in the anti-gravity Jaguar, only to get to a lunar toll booth and find that you've forgotten your pennies. Classic Neil, am I right? And yet, it happened. There has been an actual lunar buggy on the moon. Not to mention the fact that it broke down and they had to fix it with tape. I'm telling you, it's classic sitcom material. 3. The Postal System. Alright, I will level with you. Some mornings, I'm proud of myself if I get dressed correctly. And yet, somehow, I still come from the same species that managed to create something as complex and organised as the Postal System. You can wander down the road, drop a letter in a fashionable red box, and then a few days later it finds itself at an exact address on the other side of the country. How cool is that? You know, just something to think about the next time you want to complain about the price of stamps rising by 10p. 4. Hot air balloons. Filled a giant bag with hot air. Climbed inside a precariously dangling basket. Well, congratulations, you're ready to fly. Although, be aware, you will be going wherever the wind chooses. That said, if you did end up in the wrong city just because you decided to do something as majestic as sailing through the clouds, then I don't think you'd have too many complaints. What a gloriously silly way of travelling. 5. The United Kingdom. Think about the actual words, the United Kingdom, and tell me that it isn't one of the most mythical country names you have ever heard. Politics and reality aside, the words themselves evoke the idea that our countries once banded together to form a team so we could work in unison for the good of the people. The meaning of the words has slightly been forgotten over time. I think we should probably remind ourselves of their significance more often. And that's it, I'm afraid. From here on out, the remaining pages shall remain a secret and will not be visible to mortal eyes. Unless, I suppose, you bought a copy, in which case it can be found through a link in my bio. Anyway, that's enough advertising. I feel like a street urchin in a Dickens novel. Ugh.